Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. It's your brother Joshua back with another quick coffee break and a quick exhortation for the brothers and sisters in the truth. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh and Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai, right? And I just wanted to bring a quick exhortation for brothers, and sisters that, the fight is not over. And it's definitely still travails out there that brothers and sisters have to go through every day. And in the midst of these things, you have to stand tall. You have to stand tall and keep fighting. Right? There's a lot of things going on in the world, in the midst of Israel, right? And in your personal lives. Right? But each and every one of us have a battle that we have to go through, that we were created to fight. We were each given a lot as we were born, on this earth to go through these things just to get to that promised land, man. Right? And through much tribulation, we're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right? But understand that through the midst of those tribulations, these things are here to prove you to, basically to see if you're battle tested, if you're ready. The Lord is giving you the test to see if you're durable to stand tall in the midst of these things, right? These events or whatever things that befall you in your life. But I'm here to say, keep standing, keep fighting, right? Keep going through the midst of that storm, man. And if you keep walking and stand straight on that narrow path, man, you'll come out of that storm unscathed, man. So you have to keep moving in these last days and understand that everything that you're being put through is just to see if you are willing to keep moving. Right? Let's get a precept real quick in the book of Sirach. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 1. It says, great travail is created for every man, and an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that he go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things. So you have to understand, as soon as you're born, you have to go through certain things, man. Being in this world, this captivity, being in this wicked flesh, things of that nature. Right? As soon as you're born, there's a heavy yoke laid upon you. Right? The Lord said, man, we're cast down in these prisons, man, and these bodies of darkness, quoting heavily, But every travail is created for a man. A lot is given to each and every one of us to go through to see if we are going to continue to walk through the storm and fight at all cost. And we got to understand that we truly got to lean on the Lord in these last days to be able to defeat the darkness, man. Defeat the enemy. Defeat the flesh. Right? We got to really be stern and vigilant about what we're doing and how we're moving in these last days. And really pay attention to everything that is going on around us. And know that, hey, all this is a test, man. And see if you're going to come out the end. Right? Different type of battles are brought before you just to see how strong you are. Either you're going to fight back or you're going to run. Even they say in the world, you have a mechanism called fight or flight. One of these things are going to kick in. Either you're going to fight through that battle or you're going to run from it. And the Lord sends certain storms in your life, right, to rise up against you just to see how you're going to deal with it in that situation, man. And the best thing you have to do, the main thing you have to do is call upon the Lord in them times, man. Right? And believe that he's going to be there for you. Right? So let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Right? It's the book of Psalms. Right? Chapter 107. Right? Let me get there real quick. 107 and verse number 24. Yeah, I'm going to start there at the point of 24. And it says, these see the works of the Lord, and his wonders in the deep. For he commandeth and riseth the stormy wind, which lifteth up the waves thereof. They mount up to the heaven, they go down again to the depths of their soul, is melted because of their trouble. So the Lord is causing the winds and the terrible storms to rise up against brothers and sisters in these last days, to shake you to the core a little bit, to see how you're going to deal with certain situations, man. Because the Lord never told you that it was easy to come and serve him. He actually told you, when you come to serve me, prepare your soul for temptation, man. That's Sirach chapter 2. Right, that this road is only for a few. It's a narrow path that you're going to make it to the kingdom. And if this was easy, everybody would be doing this, man. Everybody would be walking this same walk. Just like Yahushua told the woman when she asked about, her sons sitting on the right hand and the left hand. And he said, you don't know what you're asking. Are they able to drink of this cup that I'm giving? And she said, yeah, surely they are. And she said, and he said, surely they're going to drink of this cup. And you got to know that, man. So I'm going to read that again in verse 25. He says, for he had commanded and riseth the stormy wind, which lifted up the waves thereof. So the Lord commanded basically the oven to be turned up, man. Right? To bring that fire in your life. And it says, they mount up to the heavens. They go down to the depths. Their soul is melted because of trouble. They reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man and are at their wits' end. So a lot of times brothers go through travails and troubles, and they feel like they're at their wits' end and they don't know what to do. Right? They things keep happening, and like they say in the world, man, I can't win for losing. The spirit of doubt comes upon you. You start stressing out, things like that. He says, and they are at their wits' end. Then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble, and he bringeth them out of their distresses. Right? You see that? You got to cry unto Yahweh, man. You have to cry to the Lord. You have to lean on the Most High in these last days. You have to truly believe that he is. Right? And know that he's going to be there at every step of the way. You truly have to believe that in the heart of hearts, man. And it says, and he maketh the storm to calm, so that the waves thereof are still. Then they are glad, because they be quiet. So he bringeth them unto their desired haven. So the Lord is going to bring you into that smooth sailing if you truly believe that he's going to do that. And a very, important thing in the midst of the storm is really holding fast to what you know, to what you understand, the wisdom that the Lord has given you, to call upon his name, man, and to stand 10 toes down for what you truly believe in. Right? Because if you start going to the left or to the right and start trying to figure out different mechanisms to get out of certain situations without calling on the Most High first, he going to leave you to that trouble. He going to allow you to wallow in that until you return to him and you call upon him and you lean upon him for your, for your salvation, man. You got to hold fast to your integrity. Take Job, for instance. Job was a perfect and upright man, right? Who eschewed evil, who did righteousness before the Lord, man. But the Lord put him through certain things to see how battle tested he was, man. Satan moved him to move his hand on Job, man. And the Lord said, look, man, go ahead and do what you got to do, but save his life. But go ahead and put your hand on him and see that if he going to waver. Right? And we're going to see what Job did real quick, man. Let's get there real quick. I'm going to get straight to the point. Right? Let's get Job real quick. Job chapter 27. Brothers and sisters got to have that spirit of Job, man. And, even Job through the midst of that storm kind of wavered a little bit. Just like Psalms just said. He kind of wavered to and fro until he was at his wit's end. But nevertheless, Job stood 10 toes down, man. Just like his wife came against him and was like, look, matter of fact, let me get that account real quick before I do that, right? Right? This is Job chapter 2, right? His wife was even coming against him like, look, all these things that happened to you, man. Hey, man, curse God and just die. Just give up. Right? And this is Job chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse number 9. It says, Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. Right? Even his wife came against him like, man, what are you still standing 10 toes down for? What do you believe in? You lost everything, man. Everything. Just curse God and die. And Job said this, But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. Right? The Lord said, look, hey, man, look, you don't think that, we going to receive all this good from the Most High, man, and not receive evil as well? Job understood that the Lord is about balance, man. The Lord is not, he's not dealing with all that love and kisses and rainbows and all that all the time, man. The Lord is the King of terrors. That's one of his titles. He's a terrible God, and he does whatever he wants to do. And those he loves, he chastises, man. Just like a father, he makes sure that you're going to go through things to make you stronger, man. That's how the Lord works. It's not all love with the Lord like that, man. Like a Christian would tell you, oh, God loves, love, love. No, the Lord ain't about all that, man. The Lord is a balanced God, man. He said, I created life, I created death, I created good, I created evil, man. Right? So, nevertheless, you got to have a spirit of Job, right? Let's go to Job chapter 27, man, real quick. This is Job 27 and I'm going to start at verse number 5. And it says, God forbid that I should justify you till I die. I will not remove mine integrity from me. My righteousness I hold fast, and I will not let go. My heart shall not reproach me so long as I live. So the Lord said, look, man, Job stood up and was like, look, it don't matter what I'm going through. I'm going to hold fast my integrity, man. I'm going to serve the Lord to the end. The Lord is going to give me good. The Lord is going to give me evil, man. But in my distress, what am I going to do? I'm going to call on the Most High, man. I'm going to beg the Most High to deliver me out of this thing, man. The Lord knows my heart. He sees my works. He knows I'm about him. He knows I'm sincere in this thing. I call upon him. I know that the Lord going to save me out of that. And that's the mind frame that brothers and sisters got to have in these last days. Because things are going to get worse. Troubles are going to arise in your life. Stresses. All these things are going to happen. You have to lean on the Most High in these last days. The Lord said there's a time coming that has never been since the world began, man. Jacob's trouble. During this time, if you're still here and able to go through that, are you going to stand 10 toes down for the Lord, man, and truly believe when you going hungry for 2 or 3 days? People trying to kill you, things of that nature, man. Do you really believe that the Lord is going to save you out of that, man? Oh, because, you can't pay a bill. Rent is coming up. You know what I'm saying? They lifting up the wages, man. A damn pack, 12 count of eggs is $25 now, man. And you can't buy. You got to make a decision. Should I pay this light bill or should I buy some eggs for my family? I'm just giving scenarios and things of that nature, man. But in your distress, man, in your decisions, man, in your heart of hearts, you got to stand up and know that I got to call on the Most High in everything that goes on in my life, man. And believe that he's going to save you out of that. Right, let's get another precept real quick. Let's go to Psalms chapter 18. Right, this is the book of Psalm chapter 18 and verse number 6. It says, in my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even unto his ears, man. right? The Lord can hear you, man. The Lord hears you. But I'm going to tell you who he don't hear. He don't hear sinners. He don't hear non-believers. The Lord is not dealing with none of that lukewarm spirit, man. Those spirit of wickedness and deceit. Those that don't keep his righteousness, his commandments, man. The Lord don't hear you. And a lot of people are getting blessed, but they getting blessed on the left-hand side. Satan can bless you too, man. Don't be deceived, man. If you out here being wicked and you not following the commandments of the Lord and everything is going right in your life, best believe, man, the Lord giving you that just for your destruction. But that's neither here nor there. I just had to get that out. I don't want to sidetrack, man. But at the end of the day, man, you got to call on the Most High, man, for your, in the time of your distresses, man. And really believe that he's going to be there for you, because there's nothing else out here for you, man. The Lord is the end all be all. Either you're going to follow the Most High or you're not, man. And as long as you're, maintaining your integrity and you're walking in righteousness, man, the Lord is going to deal with you. He's going to hear you, right? Let's prove that real quick. Let's stay in Psalms. Let's go, Psalm chapter 34. And I'm going to start at verse number, I'll start at 16. It says, the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. Hey, you see that? Hey, you see that right there? To cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and save such as be as a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. And that's plain upon tables, man. You can't get around that. The Lord said, many are the afflictions of the righteous. So, being a righteous man in this walk, you're going to have many bad days, many troubled times. But the Lord said, the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of all of that, man. Right? And it says, he keepeth all his bones, and not one of them is broken. So, man, you can come out of this thing unscathed, man. You can come out of, all of your troubles, man. Right? And your doubts and things of that nature, man, unscathed. If you just believe in the Lord, man. And what does it mean to believe? Walk after his commandments, man. The Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's all it boils down to. And having the faith in the one you call Christ, man, whose real name is Yahweh Shai. You have to have those two things. Faith without works is what? Is dead. So you have to have these two things, man, to have success, man, to reach the kingdom, man, to get delivered from all your stresses, man. The Lord is among you, and he wants to save you. The Lord had already told you. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. I'm going to get one or two more, right? But let's get this classic, right? This is the book of Isaiah. Right, check this out. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 1. It says, behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that he cannot save. Neither is his ear heavy, that he cannot hear. The Lord is telling you, my hand ain't short that I can't save you. And my ear is not closed to them that are righteous. I can hear you. But he said this, but your iniquities have separated you between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear. So if you in some foolishness, if you doing stuff in the dark you ain't supposed to be doing, if you ain't keeping these commandments, the Lord ain't dealing with you. He ain't hearing you. But he already told you, my hand is not short that I can't save you. He wants to save you. The Lord said he knows his thoughts towards you. Matter of fact, I got to get that. Salakia. It just precepts coming to my mind. I got to get that. Right? Real quick. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 8. I think this is what I want. He said, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, So are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Salaki, that's not what I wanted. But nevertheless, that's not what I wanted. Salaki. Right? Escape my mind, Lord willing to come back. Right? But that's not the precept I wanted. Right? But nevertheless, the Lord is in the midst of you. Matter of fact, let me get this precept while I'm thinking about it. Right? Let me get this one. Right? The book of Zephaniah. Right? This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse number number 3 and verse number 17. And it reads, the Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee. For joy he will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. So, matter of fact, let me start at verse 16. It says, in that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not. And to Zion, let thine hands be slack. So don't let your hands be slack. Don't worry. Don't fear, because the Lord is in the midst, right? And it says, and the Lord thy God is in the midst of thee, and is mighty, and he will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. So at the last end, man, if you continue to hold your integrity, man, and to believe that the Most High is going to be there to save you at all costs, man, hey, the Lord is going to ride with you to the end. We were all created in sinful flesh and things of that nature. We all going to go through it, man. But believe that the Most High is going to take care of you in the last days. Right? Let me get this last precept in Exodus. Right? This is the book of Exodus, man. Chapter 14 and verse number 14. And it reads, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Right? So with that, I hope it was edifying. I hope you take these precepts and apply them to your life and understand that the Most High is in your corner. Just maintain your integrity and fight in this truth, man. Through much travail, we're going to enter into the kingdom. But nevertheless, stand 10 toes in these days. Shalom.